Your most important assignment this week is this one, Source 1 Evaluation. You have watched an Edpuzzle video about evaluating your sources using the CRAP test, and you've reviewed the slides over content subjectivity. Your job is to put those things into action. So you found a source. That source is likely subjective and will provide information to help you answer your research question and to consider one of the viewpoints on the spectrum. The first thing you'll want to do with that source is put it to the CRAP test. See how it stands up. You're going to type your source title in this box right here. You're going to copy and paste the website here. Then you will describe the timeliness of the information or its currency. Is it recently written? Is it older? Why is it valid to use an older article or to need a newer article? Explain using complete sentences. If you need help with this, you can click this link right here, which has questions to guide you through each part of the evaluation. You'll consider relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. These should be written using complete sentences that are detailed and specific to your source. Then you're going to read the source. After you read the source for the first time, you're going to tell me, using complete sentences, what surprised you about this article or about this opinion. Then I want you to consider, what does the author think I already know? Is there something that the author just assumed you understood before you read the article that maybe you didn't? Or is there something they assumed you understood that you are proud you did know? Then you're going to put it through the content subjectivity checklist. I have a sample linked here so you can see my critical review of a source. I also have those linked at the top so you can see the article I used right here. And you can see my sample on content subjectivity where I took quotes from the article and commented on each of them, which I'll explain in just a second. But you are going to look for the 4 signposts. Where are there contrasts and contradictions? Where does the text contradict itself? Where does it contrast with maybe something else you've read? Or how does it contrast with your reality and what you think you know about this? You're going to provide at least 2 examples from the text. You can add more rows if you want to add more. This will help you with your annotated bibliography entries when it's time for that. You'll give me the examples or exact quotes from the text. So you'll simply copy and paste text from the article into this box that contradicts or contrasts. Then over here, you'll give me commentary. I'll give you an example of that really quickly. I read a source about Harvard rescinding an offer to a Parkland survivor after some insensitive comments they discovered he made when he was just 16 years old. So here's an example of a contrast or a contradiction. So there's a line from the article that says his offer also fits the idea that progressive institutions such as universities and much of the media and tech industry discriminate against conservatives, whites, and males. That made me stop and think. This contrasts what I already think I know about this. Historically, universities have been geared toward white conservative men, not discriminating against them. Yes, this has changed through the years, especially with affirmative action at work, which has specifically benefited white females. But I feel like it might be overkill to say that these universities are actively discriminating against white men. I may agree with the idea of discriminating against conservatives based on my own experience in college. So that's just an example from my article. I took a line from the text and I commented on it. Where did I notice a contrast or contradiction? And why did my brain indicate to me that I saw a signpost that I needed to stop and think about? Oops, let me get back to where we were. Okay, so you'll do that for contrast and contradictions, extreme, absolute, or qualifying language, quoted words, and you can include numbers and statistics here. Then you have 2 questions to answer at the bottom. Please do not skip these. To what degree do you trust this text? After you've analyzed it and evaluated it, To what degree do you trust this text? Completely? Do you have some doubts? What are those doubts? Why? If it is argumentative, what considerations must you make in order to understand and use the text? So if your article and text that you found is expressing an opinion, you need to address that and talk about how you can use that opinion in your research. Then the last question, how did this text affect your thinking about your topic? Did it challenge, change, or confirm your thinking? Did it help you understand something new? Did it change your mind on what you thought you know? Or did it solidify what you already believe? So you actually have two pieces here. Evaluating the credibility of the source using the CRAP test. You have a link here to help you. And you will analyze the content subjectivity of the text using the 4 signposts that were discussed in this week's Google Slides presentation. If you need help, please reach out and schedule a meet with me, or you can show up at your scheduled class time and I can answer any questions you may have. Good luck. This is fun if you'll let it be.